Welcome, Libra Scorpio, to your Astrodice reading for February. Hope you guys are doing great out there. If your friends like this, hit that big old like button. Okay, guys, let's get in here and see what's going on with you. And for those of you who are new, this is where I take tarot with astrology and make a small horoscope for the month using only one of the 12 houses. So what's going on with beautiful Libra Scorpio? You have quite the big month going on over here. We have the full moon in Leo today, and then for the next couple of days, that portal will be open. And then, of course, we have Valentine's Day. And then on the 17th, we have the Lunar New Year, which is the Chinese New Year, letting that fire horse come in. And then, of course, we have the new moon in Pisces. And then on the 25th, we have Mercury retrograde. Yeah. Which you guys could start feeling that Mercury retrograde as it starts moving and transitioning around the 11th in its pre-shadow. Okay, so let's get in here, guys. That's message. Having that Aquarius energy coming out with some Uranus energy. Ooh, going straight into the 7th house. Okay, so we have Uranus. Haven't seen that one yet. I think you guys are the first ones that have that. Your potential for sudden change, enlightenment, and awakening. Doing it with Aquarius energy. Wow, Uranus is Aquarius, so dang. Okay, guys. This energy is freedom-loving, rebellious, idealistic, and technological. Love it. Analytical thinking is going to really come out of that situation. And going straight into the 7th house is the area of your life about long-term significant partners, romance, business, or family. That's where your work comes in as well. So it's taking care of all those areas. Okay. Significant partners out of your business. This could be business partners, it could be co-workers, it could be your clients. Business in itself, taking on its own energy, its own entity. Now let's see what we got going on over here. Going straight into the situation. Situation is taking place beginning of the month, middle of the month, end of the month. Clarifying on the situation. Hold on, guys. Let me shut the door. My husband's a little loud. You can hear him in the background. I'm sorry. Him and my son are speaking. You do have communication coming out with your rich chakra. Guys, all chakras over here. What's going on over here? With movement, choices, and decisions. Definitely some communication taking place where you're feeling the vitality, the groundedness of the base chakra, and feeling that you're going to have a lot of movement, choices, and decisions are going to have to be made. Now is not time for indecision. Now is the time to actually get analytically thinking with the Aquarius and saying, okay, this is what's coming out. We have the full moon in Leo, which, is going to bring out this dynamic of courage and confidence and desires and passion, and also transforming things into self-worth and things of this nature. So let's see what's going on. Feeling like you're speaking, it's almost like I'm speaking about where's this new opportunity, what's going on within this situation. Feeling like things are pulling away, feeling anxiety, feeling like things are moving too slow or not moving at all. And I'm feeling like, you know what, I need to have this conversation of how I'm going to get to this new place of happiness, of joy, of where I need to be. I need this shift. I need this new place. But this sudden awareness that's coming into your mind that this is not what I was trying to get to. It's not shaping the way I want it to shape. And it does show that you have this thinking, that you are bringing in this overall thinking, cutting boundaries, cutting things out of your life that no longer serve you. But you know, you do have a full moon in Leo, so maybe that's another thing. You're saying, I'm going to get rid of certain things because these aspects are not helping within my 7th house. Okay, so let's see what's going on in the mid-month. There just feels like there's a lot of thinking over here of what you're trying to accomplish. And then setting boundaries. The Queen of Swords says that I could also be setting boundaries because the action that it's trying to take over here is not 100% moving in that direction. The Lover's in reverse to the new beginning. Accelerated motion. Hey. Well, so I just feel like this relationship just isn't going the way you envisioned, and the truth is about to shock you when it comes to this situation. You might feel it like there's some detachment, disappointment, emotionally startling awareness. That's where the shocking is coming from. There's definitely going to be a shift in perspective over here with this Uranus. Do you have the new moon coming out over here where it does look like this is what's going to reset your emotional direction with the 8 of Wands? That fire horse energy is going to take in this bold movement as well. Because you have the new beginning coming in over here. So it's not really meeting where you want your passions to be at the beginning of the mid-month, but it does look like it's unfolding little by little with bold movement. You could be feeling like you're reclaiming your power. You know, with the Sun. 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, there it is. You might want to stop hoping so much. It even feels like instead of trying to chase or trying to change too much, it's almost like it's giving you this new place of choosing yourself, the Emperor, putting yourself where your energy is pushing towards this confidence, courage, independence. But it's going to give you more decisive energy and taking more decisive action. The truth is starting, if you had any illusions of what was going to happen, then it's like this is where the truth is coming through and is standing tall for you. And I feel like that fire horse is going to come in and say, hey, you know what? This is where the truth really is. This is where everything is really making its grounding. You wanted it to be new, but it just couldn't renew itself the way you wanted it to renew itself. But that was because it was built more on a perception of what I wanted it to be and not what it was really coming out to. So you could say, okay, so for instance, if this is a person in a relationship, a romantic relationship, let's just put it that way, and you expected this person to give to you the way you wanted them to build with you the way you wanted them to build with you, but that was just not reality. That was something that you were planning on and hoping that they would do, that they would come back around, that they wouldn't breadcrumb you, that they would show you true love, that they would, you know, do the things that you wanted them to do, but that was just not the honesty of the true connection. The true connection is that they only want to go as far as they want to go, and that they're not going to change. And maybe it's just change is into building the relationship the way you wanted it to build. Maybe you wanted them to be a little more emotionally open to you. Maybe you want them to be more romantic. And you thought, if I just keep pushing the romance out, maybe they'll push the romance back. But this person is not romantic. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So there is not. It's like, it's saying, I'm not who you think I am. And I'm not going to build that way. You keep giving all this extra love, but it's not growing the way you want it to. So you're becoming no longer confused about that situation or indecisive of how you're going to do things. You're becoming very clear. It's kind of a freeing energy though, because it no longer makes you have to sit in your mind, Libra, Scorpio, and wonder over here is, if I keep giving to them, are they finally going to give back to me? You found the answer. Okay, it found the answer. So let's see what's happening at the end over here. And then we'll grab an overall card for the reading. So we can see what's going on. You're having this sudden change in awareness that this is just not, the seventh house is just not where you thought you were building. It's not growing the way you want it to grow. It's not coming together. You're finally in the knowing where you were not in the knowing. You're finally having this understanding of the victory and the success and where your heart really wants to be. You're saying, I'm going to balance out the situation for the love of what I have. So you've either transformed the connection to something honest and really, right, of what it's going to be. So you're saying, okay, well, honestly, then that's it. This is the only thing that they can do, or, it's not going to do that. So I'll either stay, or you release it completely. Okay. But either way, you're no longer confused about what it is you want. So is this something that you want to keep? They're not going to go the way you were hoping it would actually change, right? But at least, if anything, you're no longer in this fantasy and this illusion of hoping and praying that this is what it's going to be. Okay, so it's like the universe didn't break your heart, right? The very end at the bottom of the deck is what's coming, the overall message for you. Okay, and you have Mercury retrograde here too, so things might start coming back around as well. But the universe didn't break your heart; it broke your illusion, if anything, right? It broke the illusion of this is what's happening, and you're saying, I don't want that to be that way. So it's a pretty interesting read over here if you think about it, right? It's saying the full moon reveals this relationship. It isn't what you thought. By the mid-month, the new moon and the fire horse energy push you to reclaim your power. And by the end of the month, you're emotionally free of that situation. And, you can say, okay, now I can go where my heart's desire truly is. And having this understanding that they're not traveling exactly the way I want them to travel. But like I said, it's going to be up to you whether or not you're going to keep this relationship. Is it good enough for you, or are you going to dump this relationship? Okay, and say, this is never going to grow into what I want it to be, because it's just not my cup of tea. It just cannot be what I wanted. It's not my Ace of Pentacles. It can't be your Ace of Pentacles. Because if you're looking for what you want, guys, this is, it's come to the conclusion that that's not it. Okay. It's not going to be the way you want it to be. Does it mean that it cannot be successful? We didn't say it could not be successful. Success now rides on what the truth is, on how you want it to be successful. But the way that you're envisioning, no. Okay. Until next time, my friends. Peace and love. Bye-bye.